Welcome to Attican Plays Pharaoh, A New Era. Alright, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Series 1, Episode 2 of our look at Pharaoh, A New Era. We're now going to do a mission called Perwadjyt, and we're right up here in the Nile Delta, 3500 to 3050 BC, way back there. We're at 3050 BC. So, let's see, can we go down? No, it has to go right here. Okay. So it's called the Precarious Nile. Wind conditions, a population of 600 and 10 modest homesteads. So this one is just, again, leveling us up. We went up to level 6 last time, which was a cottage, I think it was. And now we're going to go to a modest homestead, which means we just need to add a little bit more to evolve our houses. So the way this is set up, we're just getting more and more involved housing, more and more stuff coming into it. Eventually we'll get into combat, we'll get into all kinds of cool stuff. It's just a great game, great game. Okay, so let's see what we've got here.
The Thinite nobles still struggle to unite the lands of the Nile under one supreme ruler. To aid them in their cause, it is hoped that you will endeavor to establish a thriving community at Perwadjyt in the humid delta region of Lower Egypt, thus spreading their influence throughout the length of the sacred river. To support a population larger than that of a village, you must learn to use agriculture. Egyptian farmers have begun to exploit the rich, fertile soil deposited by the annual inundation of the Nile River for growing crops. The Nile can be hazardous, however. Many dangers lurk along its banks and in its waters, such as deadly crocodiles, hippopotamuses, and malaria-carrying mosquitoes.
All right, so looks like we lose if we go really broke, but we got a fair amount of money. And this one, again, is more of a teaching us some more concepts. So here we go. Floodplains and farming. To feed your people in Perwadjyt, you must build farms directly on the floodplain in order to gain the benefits of its increased fertility. Unlike most working structures, farms on the floodplain do not need direct access to employees, but do need a steady workforce of peasant laborers supplied by work camps to tend their fields. Build work camps fairly close to floodplain farms so peasants won't have to walk too far to reach them. Each year the Nile floods its banks, replenishing the depleted soil on the floodplain with rich, fertile mud. Peasants harvest the annual crop just before the inundation and deliver it to your granaries. Because there is only one harvest per year, make sure your city has enough granaries to store a sufficient amount of food for your growing population. So you can kind of see this illustration. There's a farm out here. This work camp is going to go out and work that farm. When it's ready for harvest, they'll harvest, bring it into a granary, and then we'll feed it to our city. And this is quite the process. You have to be good. You have to be on your toes here because you'll end up losing stuff out there. You won't get enough labor. It's getting more interesting. So start building your city along with some farms and work camps. So what we want to do here, I kind of want to get us toward a general design for how we want our little worker cities to work, and what we want them to look like. So I'm going to try to come up with. Let me pause this thing. I got to think here for a minute. Some kind of a basic worker housing block. Now, housing blocks, that's the term that everybody used back when this game was, first the thing. And they're a way to organize your housing so that you have everything working. You're able to evolve your houses and not have them go through this perpetual cycle of they got enough stuff, they evolve, and then they lose something and they devolve. You want to have, you want to get them stable if you can. So that's what we're going to aim for, is try to get a basic little simple housing block that'll give us some stability. So let's start with, look at what we have. We've got fig farms, and work camp. So that's the basics of what we need to grow this food. So I think and I'm going to hold off even on putting the farms down until I see where we're going to put the actual block itself. I'm picturing I kind of got an overkill in mind here. This is probably overkill for this mission. We're still in the introductory phase here. So let me rethink what I'm doing here and make a simpler, a kinder, gentler block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, something along the lines of 2, 3, 4. Skip a couple. Put a road. Like this. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, why not? Let's go for it here. Let's see. Okay, so I'm laying out basic housing. This block here is going to be kind of a self-contained loop, if you will. What goes outside it? Yeah. Housing. Well, let's see. One. All right, so folks will move in here. We want to be able to do farming. We want to be able to grab people. Actually, we're going to put a roadblock here, and we're going to put in a fire Oh, let's see. We'll wait on the fire. Well, no, we won't. Fire. Now, see how it goes out or comes back in back there? We don't want that. We want it like that. So we got a firehouse, and we're going to put a couple of worker camps here, which would be, where would they be? I think they're under farms and food. Yeah. Couple of work camps here. So if they're going to be here, and we're going to have kind of an area 1, 2 like this, say like that to get some of our workers. So we're going to come out like this and hook up to our farms. So let's go 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Like so. We'll put a block here, a roadblock here, and I actually don't want that roadblock. I want to get rid of that one. There we go. We'll have a loop here that our workers can walk around and go to these houses and pick up employees, workers. And then I want them to go out here and do their thing. And then we can go ahead and do, see, a road around this like this. Actually, I don't see any reason why we can't just put the granary out here. We'll worry about that in a minute. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do some more of these fields. There we go. So those will be our farms to start with. And got water. That's going to give us food. Food, water. That's about all we got. Now let's just let this go a little faster for a while. See if we get some people coming in here. We should. Which way are they coming from? They should come from up here. Did I cut off the... Why isn't anybody coming? Oh. Got it on pause. I'm not used to having pause. I don't recall pause on the original. So here we got a bunch of people moving in. There we go. Now we're starting to get some workers here in our work camp. They're going out to do their farming thing. And I got to pause for a second and get a roadblock here and here. And actually here as well. Okay, because we want this water just going around in a loop like this. Go. Oh yeah. Shoot. Osiris is not pleased. He's our patron god, so we've got to give him a temple. Well, we don't have to give him a temple, but we'll give him a temple right here. And we can even do some shrines like here. 1. And that means we need architecture along here. Oh, and we need the same thing inside the loop as well. So where are we going to put that? We'll put that, we'll put it along. What have I got here? Oh, this actually isn't supposed to be connected right here. I got this a little goofed up. We don't want any of this. Let's see. Okay, so on the inner loop, we can put architect and fire, architect, firehouse, and police station along there. And we can, oh, I should have read that, but I know pretty much what it says. Malaria, if we're in a low area like this, swampy, which we are, you can see we're right here near this swamp over here. You could have malaria, and we need health care as well. So we'll just put in services. Oh, and we've already got that's so fast. We'll put a granary in right here. We'll put in a couple of them, and we'll put in a bazaar. Right there. And go. Because we've got a harvest. We've got food coming in. So you saw the, sorry I'm going so fast. Saw the buyers go out and get the food, bring it back to the bazaar, and now we've got the distributor going out and giving out the food. That way you can see here this one's getting food because of the change, the upgrade of the building. There comes the buyer back with some more. Oh, we need an apothecary. And we need a doctor, I think, and a village palace. Now our village palace, I think we'll just put it, we'll put it out here actually. And then we can probably do a physician. We'll put our physician in here. And it'd be nice to collect taxes so we don't go broke quite so quickly. Do we have that? I don't think we have that yet. No, we don't have tax collection yet. That's later. That's down the road. Okay, Cyrus liked us better, so we're going to get a good harvest this time. Now let's look at these guys. What do they need? They need entertainment, right? So let's figure out how we're going to put entertainment in here. What I'd like to do, I think all we have is a bandstand. I'd like to put a bandstand in here where it, and I'll show you what I'm kind of up to. Well, all we have is jugglers. Oh, shoot. Shoot. Well, that changes things. Doggone. I'd like to have... well, shoot. Okay. This little design is not going to work perfectly for what I wanted to do. And we'll put that out there like this to create that intersection. Then we're going to go entertainment, juggling booth, so that we can get that corner in there like that. And then we can delete that little piece right there. And that way you still just have people going around in circles. Then we want our jugglers to come in. They'll come, say, from out here. They'll walk in like this, and they'll walk past this house and all of these through here. So they will get entertainment. These people out here will not. And all we have are schools. So I think the best way for us to get some entertainment out here is kind of build a little road like this and put a juggling booth. This kind of sucks, but it'll work. A booth right here on that corner, and it's going to need let's see, cannot collapse. It is a fire risk eventually. It's not right now, so we're gonna have to add another firehouse out here, which I didn't really plan on, but that's all right. We'll put a firehouse. Now we'll put it right there. I've forgotten, how is it you see where they come in and out? Oh yeah, right there. Okay. All right, so that way our jugglers can will come out like this and walk like this, and they will cover all of these and these. And I think these right here are not going to get it. And that's probably okay for this one. We'll do better in the next one as we have everything open to it. We don't have all availability of everything we would like to have right now. So let's put in a entertainment juggler school and put it out here. Okay. Industry. Now that you've given your people basic food and water, you can enhance their lifestyle with other goods, such as pottery. Build a clay pit close to water and a potter nearby. Make sure these have access to labor as usual, and before long a cart will deliver clay to the potter, who will create pottery for your city. Build a storage yard to store the final product, as well as any excess clay the potter does not need. 3 clay pits can usually supply enough clay for 4 potters. Workers from the bazaar will collect the pottery from the storage yard and distribute it just as they do food. Industries like pottery also provide your city's inhabitants with much needed jobs. So here you can see an example. There's a storage yard with some clay and some pottery. There's the clay pit, there's the potter. You grab the clay, it goes to the potter, they make the pot. The bazaar goes to get the pottery and then distributes it to the folks. So we're going to set up something like that. We need kind of lowland to do that. So actually one of the things I'm going to do, I'm going to hit right now it's this key, the apostrophe. And this is the chief overseer. This is my favorite one to look at because he says, people are pleased, they're immigrating. We do have a lot of unemployment. That's fine because we're about to create some jobs. Food levels are low, but we produce much more than we eat. So that means we've got enough farms. We're good. City health is below average, but it'll get better as we get more food and what have you. All gods are pleased, one especially happy. That's the only one we worry about in this one. We don't collect taxes, but we're not going to be able to. No thefts. No reported threats. There are no outstanding requests. The next flood should be perfect. Good deal. Okay, that's very useful info. All right, let's set up our pottery operation. So we're going to, let's see, production. Clay pits. Now the clay pits, notice we can't do anything there. Do we have to get down? See, we have to get close to the water. So let's see where we can put 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we can put them right through here. 1, 2. And we'll just do 3. They do 3 makes 4, so why don't we just have 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we could have them walk right down through here. So their walkers can go up this way and walk by these houses to pick up people to work there. And we could put the, we could put the yard up here, but I think what we'll do is just put the yard down here, like here maybe, and then our bazaar workers can go down there if they want it. So let's do that. Let's do city distribution storage yard, and we'll put it right here behind our, hide it behind our temple. And we're going to click on that, and we're going to say accept none. Don't take anything. And then we're going to say for pottery, you can accept, or for clay rather, 1/4 of a yard. And then we'll set this one to accept, and then we'll say keep clicking on us and drop it off, make it 1/3, 3/4. So you can have 3/4 of a yard of pottery and 1/4 of a yard of clay, and that should work well to support that. We have actually we've got that's a fire, and that's all we need down there. So if we just put a one of these like right about here to make sure they have some houses to walk by, then walkers can come out through here, come around, pick up their workers, and then everything will function just fine. And this guy can get his workers that way. Beautiful. And and I got to make sure this thing goes the right way. So it's very important that we see it's good. See, it's coming out over here. When we added this, it would be possible for us to have it coming out this way, and that would mess everything up because then we wouldn't be getting water in here. But his entry and exit's over here, which is great. This is, by the way, that's new functionality. Wasn't in the original game. Oh, sorry, I got interrupted. Where was I? What are we doing? We want to evolve these people. Hardly any entertainment. Okay. Yeah. What do we got for entertainment? That's all we've got right now. Okay, go. Workforce and unemployment. You always have to make sure that you have more population than job openings. However, not everyone in your city is able to work. You can get a quick glance at your working population and unemployment stats by hovering over the population counter on the top panel right up there. Okay. More info is also available from your overseers. Try to keep your unemployment below 10%, but make sure you always have enough workers. Pharaoh New Era simulates an aging population where only 60% of the 20 to 49-year-olds are available for work. If you have trouble with this system, you can use the options to switch to a fixed worker ratio for your population, regardless of their age. In order to teach you to play with this mechanic, the option won't affect this tutorial. So, basically, the aging population, that is a big deal in this game. Particularly later on as we get down the road and build more complex cities and bigger cities that take us much longer to hit our objectives. So the population is aging, and the folks in the kind of older, actually for those times, 20 to 49 is getting old. And only 60% of those people are able to work. So we can go right up here and see, okay, I'm gonna pause it, go up here. We have 376 workers out of 796 inhabitants. Unemployment's at 34%. See, it went down because we got all these people working. And we could drive that down a little lower. There's not a lot more we want. We could put in a couple more work camps, and these things hold, what, 20 people? 20 out of 20, yeah. We can put a couple more of these in, no problem. This is a nice thing they've added. If I hit Control left click, it's like a pipette. I get that same building if I want to duplicate it. Let's see, beautification. What do we got? We don't have anything yet. They haven't given it to us. Okay, store some pottery in a storage shed. Okay, won't be long. I don't think. 12 out of 12. Yeah, they got workers. Okay. Oh no! Did you see that? The water dude just went out. Oh, you can go out either side. Okay. Beautification. Great job. You've gotten some industry up and running. Now you can think about making a few improvements to your city. Beautification can be used to make some neighborhoods more desirable. By making the area surrounding them more attractive, gardens, statues, and plazas can help houses to evolve. Several garden plots can be placed next to each other to form larger parks, but their appearance is random. Place plazas on paved roads to enhance their appearance and improve the desirability of nearby land. You can rotate statues like most buildings using the R key. If you'd rather choose which garden you place, akin to statues, you can switch between the two systems in the option. The two systems in the option. I'm not sure what that meant, but okay, so now we have beautification. So now the first thing, I use a lot of plazas. I want to get plazas back here. See, we have this is beautiful. These are ugly. And I want to keep the beauty up around here so that these won't have a problem. So if we drag our plaza like that, you notice how it just keeps, as we make it, see, it's actually creating more plaza because it's expanding the beauty, so to speak. And we got a little bit here, and we can expand it a little more and a little more. It's nice to have plaza on all your stuff right around your housing because that really improves the beauty. And then the other thing we can do is we could do, like, for example, we could go religion and go shrines and put 1, 2, 3. We could put shrines in. We could also go to beautification and get gardens and kind of drag them between the shrines. Make a pretty area there. More plazas. Reach 600, we're there, and 10 modest homesteads to win this. So what do they need? They need pottery to evolve, and we've got pottery now, so our bazaar is set to buy figs and buy pottery, so it should be able to go get us some. Cyrus really likes us. Not surprising. Beautification, plaza. We'll keep dragging it out, keep expanding it. If we can get it beautiful around this the bazaar, it'll actually expand and have more capacity, have more workers. If we can beautify it, it'll kind of promote or expand itself, however you want to look at it. So I don't like that water. This is a bad design. I don't like that water guy going down there. He doesn't need to go down there. But it looks like it looks like he does it like every other time or something. So what is this? There's our modest homestead. Well, I was okay. That's it. We're done. We got it. Okay, let's keep governing for a minute so we can see what we did. Okay, so the big things we saw in this one were the adding the beauty and farming. So we got farming going. We got doing a good job with that. And our first production, we had pottery, and we saw our housing go up, and we saw the first time we needed goods. So we've given them a type of food, figs. We've given them pottery, and they were able to evolve up to a modest homestead. Now notice that you get more as you evolve these into higher and higher, better buildings. They hold more and more people. So that's how you can build your population without taking up tons and tons of room. But in order to get that to happen, we had to have, had to have some beauty around them, some desirability, and then they had to have the food and the pottery. So there we go. That is Perwadjyt, and I think we'll stop right there. That was quick, but the next one I think will take a little bit longer, so I don't want to try to combine them. So we'll have a short session this time, and I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed playing it. Again, we're still learning. These are the tutorial ones. They'll get tougher, don't worry. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Pharaoh, A New Era video. Thank you.